Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity, Stop the New World Order. Welcome to Panwo TV on VidMe, and I'm also going to put this video on YouTube as well. It's about censorship. Now, there's been several issues associated with censorship that I wanted to bring up. One a few days ago and one now. And they're of a different type. One is kind of like user-made and the other is YouTube-made. Now, the first is the attack on Kevin Logan. Now, Kevin Logan, if you have not seen him, is an anti-SJW, I suppose you could call him. I don't know if that actually makes you an SJW, if it's kind of double negative. But he tends to attack people, for instance, MRAs in particular. He doesn't like. He's got this series of videos called "Descent of the Man-osphere," or "Descent of Man-osphere," where he says the MRAs are dragging us back to the sea. Where he has a go at various MRAs, Sargon of Akkad, Dave Cullen, Diana, Feminism, Keck, Diana, whatever her name is, a couple of other people he has a go at, and I mean, in my view, all the people he attacks, I think he don't deserve it. I don't think they are nasty people, and I think he attacks people, I would say, either completely harmless, or I would say even admirable, and people I like. He has a go at War Corps, Orini, Millennial Woes, a whole list of other people. I'm not on his list, but then I suppose I'm a conspiracy theorist, and he doesn't really hate. I don't think he minds conspiracy theorists as much as MRAs. It's the MRAs and the alt-right people that he really are against. Conspiracy theorists are sort of off his radar. Now, Kevin Logan is someone, as I said, I mean, I disagree with almost everything he says. The only person he's attacked, I would say, deserves to be attacked is Roosh V. Roosh V is a horrible little squid, who is one of these pickup artists. And I know the word is so overused and it's just tossed around like a sweetie. Slapped on everybody so instinctively and instantly and continuously, but he is a misogynist. There are real misogynists in this world, and he's one of them. So he deserves it. The others don't. But I disagree with him as much as I do. I think he has a right to free speech. I think he works hard on his channel. He has ideas. He's willing to enter into dialogue with others. He has debates. He's had debates with Sargon. He's had debates with other people. As hard as he is, he ends every video with the name of the person he's attacking, and he says, "Go fuck yourself." He calls them names. He swears a lot. He calls them names, says they're cunts and things like this. But he's willing to enter into dialogue with people. You know, he takes the mickey, and he's obviously, I suppose, he's a male feminist, and he's sort of a left-wing. I don't know what his left-wing persuasion is, but he's obviously like an uber-liberal of some kind. He doesn't deserve censorship, and what happened was there was this webpage, I think it was on 4chan or something, where a group of people got together and says, we're going to flag the channels of certain people until YouTube take them down. This is basically using YouTube's decrepit flagging system and completely unfair disciplinary procedure to get rid of people you don't like, or silence opinions you don't like. Now, this is something the SJWs are doing all the time, so when the anti-SJW movement start doing it, they're just hypocrites. They're just total hypocrites. And, I just had a message, Jim Mars has passed away. Oh God, I'm sorry. So I got distracted there for a moment. Jim Mars is dead. Oh God. So I'll have to just one moment, sorry. So as I was recording, I just found out that Jim Mars has died. Brilliant conspiracy research activist. He's died. So rest in peace, Jim Mars. As I was saying, it's pretty awful. I felt quite awful when I heard that Kevin Logan had his channel taken down. Because if we've got to be against censorship, we've got to be against censorship for the people who are against us. Even people who really oppose us. If we're going to be fair. And maybe there's an element of karma, I don't know what it is, but these things tend to backlash on people. So it seemed kind of like a fitting in a way when I first found out about this on YouTube. This is from the YouTube's official blog, and it's just published yesterday. An update on our commitment to fight terror content online. Right, well, the thing is, terrorism has very distinct definitions within criminal law. So you shouldn't need any new rules and regulations to prevent terrorism. Okay, a little over a month ago we told you about steps we were taking to combat terrorist content. With the removal machines driven, better, faster removal machines, more accurate, more experts to alert us to the content that needs review, tougher standards for videos that are controversial but do not violate our policies. Right, so we're not talking about anything that breaches terms of service here. Better detection and faster removal, driven by machine learning. We're always used to a mixture of technology and human review to address the ever-changing challenges around us. Controversial content on YouTube. We recently began developing and implementing cutting-edge machine learning technology designed to help us identify and remove violent extremism and terrorism-related content in a scalable way. We have started rolling out these tools, and we're already seeing positive progress. Speed and efficiency. Our machine learning systems are faster and more effective than ever before. Over 75% of the videos we've removed for violent extremism over the past month were taken down before receiving a single human flag. So the machine's doing it. Accuracy. The accuracy of our systems has improved dramatically due to our machine learning technology. While these tools aren't perfect and aren't right for every setting, in many cases our systems have proven more accurate than humans at flagging videos that need to be removed. Great. So it's the big machine. It's not Big Brother, it's Big Computer. With over 400 hours of content uploaded to YouTube every minute, finding and taking action on violent extremist content. Content poses a significant challenge, but over the past month our initial use of machine learning has more than doubled both the number of videos we've removed for violent extremism as well as the rate at which we've taken down this content down. That's great to know, isn't it? We're encouraged by these improvements and will continue to develop our technology in order to make even more progress. We are also hiring more people to help review and enforce our policies. Not without advertising, you won't. And we'll continue to invest in technical resources to keep pace with these issues and address them responsibly. More experts. Of course, our systems are only as good as the data they're based on. Over the past weeks, we've begun working with more than 15 additional expert NGOs and institutions for our Trusted Flagger program, including the Anti-Defamation League. The Anti-Defamation League is the organisation that basically harasses people who criticise Israel or Israeli policy. The Anti-Defamation League said that when David Icke talks about reptilians, he actually meant Jews, and they tried to shut down his talks in Canada. The Anti-Defamation League has recently drawn up a list of evil people. They call it exposing the hate, yeah. And it says here hate speech, to try and remove, to warn people that, like they say, the alt-right and the ultra-light. And it includes people like Milo. I mean, there's some people. You might disagree with them. I might disagree with them. Richard Spencer, etc. Yeah, I don't agree with them. Tara McCarthy, etc. I don't agree with these people, but they got a right to free speech. And Milo, I mean, what harm does Milo do? Is Milo doing? As he describes himself, he's just a puff with dyed blonde hair. The no hate speech movement. I never heard of that, but it's sounds no hate speech. Hate speech is very often simply a euphemism for content that people don't agree with. That the mainstream moral majority, in other words, liberal globalists, don't agree with. And the Institute for Strategic Dialogue, that sounds incredibly Orwellian. These organisations bring expert knowledge of complex issues like hate speech, radicalisation and terrorism. They will help us better identify content that's being used to radicalise and recruit extremists. We also consult these experts as we update our policies to reflect new trends. And we'll continue to add more organisations to our network of advisors over time. Tougher standards. We'll be applying tougher treatment to videos that aren't illegal, and have been flagged by users as potential violations of our policy or hate speech and violent extremism. We find that these videos don't violate our policies but contain controversial religious or supremacist content. So they don't violate the policies, and the policies do contain things to do with hate speech and incitement to violence and things like that, but they still contain controversial religious or supremacist content. They'll be placed in a limited state. It's okay, the videos will remain on YouTube, but they'll be interstitial and won't be recommended, won't be monetized. You won't be able to comment, there'll be no suggested videos, or won't be able to like. We'll begin rolling out this new treatment to our videos on desktop versions in the coming week of YouTube. We'll be bring it to the mobile experience soon thereafter. Well, funnily enough, some of my videos are censored on some mobile apps. These new approaches entail significant new internet tools and processes and will take time to fully implement. So we haven't got long now, guys. Early intervention in counter-extremism work. Internet citizens, what the hell does that mean? YouTube creators for change. Oh my goodness me. Oh, that's awful. This is something we've been predicting for a long time. That YouTube will become a site of just basically, it'll be like a. They're bringing out this thing called YouTube TV, and there's this fuss over the restricted mode as well, and that's actually going to get worse. And the thing about it is in terms of them, their business model, it's a complete and utter disaster. It'll be a disaster. It'll turn YouTube into a husk of its former self. You know, all the decent creators will leave. What you'll have left will be a very attenuated, very insipid thing, service, which will include content creators that really just, you know, record themselves singing in the bath and things like that. That's what it'll be. All the spirit, all the to and fro, all the cut and thrust, all the zest of YouTube will be gone. Because what's going to happen is content creators, these algorithms aren't perfect. These algorithms spot these things and put them onto the limited state, which is, it's not removing them from YouTube, it's just putting them into a state where no one can watch them, because no one can find them, because the search algorithms won't reveal them. It's like having an unlisted video almost. I mean, if you subscribe to the channel, you might, I don't know, will they stop notifications if you subscribe to the channel? Is that what they're going to do? I don't know. I mean, I've been watching other users have been talking about this. Dave Cullen has put up a video about this. Styx Hexenhammer has put up. Paul Joseph Watson has done a little video about this as well. It's extremely worrying. What you're going to have a YouTube 1, you're going to have a YouTube A and a YouTube B. YouTube A will be the TV service, corporate controlled, you know, family friendly, which is, by family friendly it doesn't mean things that aren't suitable for children. It just means things that are just very, very shallow and mainstream and centrist. And you'll have YouTube B, which will be everyone else, including the original content creators, but they'll be watching videos with a fraction of their numbers and subscribers, because people won't be able to find them. They won't be many who are full-time YouTubers like Sargon and Dave, who do it for a living, will no longer be able to create content as their job, and they'll have to go out and get day jobs and just maybe upload much less often. And I wonder if Bowler Hat Man is going to put up another video claiming this is not censorship. Let's have a look. Let's see if that bloody Bowler Hat Man has done that. Because Bowler Hat Man put up this video saying, oh, the restricted thing was not censorship. Because I do watch him sometimes. See, someone's quite interesting. There we are. NHS. Oh, where we are? 1 week ago. Skeptic community's fallen. Oh, he hasn't said anything yet, but he probably will. His last video was 10 hours ago. He does a lot of skeptic stuff, and I sometimes cross swords with him in the comments boxes. I had him as a guest on my radio show once, actually. But I'm just going to. I've got a feeling he's going to probably try and find some way to wriggle out of this, because he was the one who said, "Oh no, YouTube will never commit censorship. The restricted mode thing is just, it's just like a temporary little side measure." I don't know what he's gonna. This is just. I wonder what Ren McInnes will say about this. She'll be totally against this. A couple of other people I watch, they'll be. You know, it'll be just awful. Yeah. And Jim Mars has died. I know Jim Mars has died. That's a shame. So I'm going to upload these and we'll see what happens. But basically, Six Hexenham has done the best video about this, where he gives his future prediction for YouTube, and he says to YouTube, look, it's not in your interest to do this. You know, because what's going to happen is YouTube are going to go down the toilet, like Twitter's gone down the toilet. Twitter is failing as a business. Its share prices were down 15%, 13% over the last month. But you know what? They don't care, because there's a political agenda behind this. And there's a political agenda which means they don't care if they destroy themselves. They have to implement this political agenda. So no one can pretend that censorship is not going on. This is censorship by the most utterly the most utterly crafty and devious and predictable way. Oh man, and of course, how this will affect me, I don't know. I mean, I'm not alt-right, and I'm not an MRA, although I have expressed sentiments, MRA sentiments, on this video. I've spoken out against feminism. I've spoken out against cultural Marxism, things like that. So that could be enough. Just me uttering the words cultural Marxism could get this video limboed, put on the naughty step. You know. We'll see how this goes. I mean, it might work out alright, but either way, like, if you're watching this on YouTube, please go to my VidMe channel. Alright, there's links in the description box to my YouTube problems video, where there's a link to my VidMe channel on there. I've also got accounts on Vimeo, which is bloody useless, because they don't let you upload hardly anything. There's Daily Motion and Live Leaks. I think I've got one on Live Leaks as well. I've got quite a few accounts on video sharing sites now, so I'm not going to put all my eggs in the YouTube basket. None of us can afford to do that anymore, unless you just mow vlogs and you film yourself driving around in a car or something. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be trivia. YouTube is going to become nothing but a place where everyone goes around just watching shallow, meaningless drivel, trivia. And they won't care, because there's a political agenda to censor the internet, and they're a part of it. They'll lose their money. The thing is, advertisers are pulling out. They say, oh, advertisers are pulling out because of controversial content, and we're demonetizing this video, we're demonetizing that video, etc., etc., etc. But now that's YouTube's side. The thing is, what they're doing to do is they drive the advertisers away completely. They're not going to make any money. But they don't care, because it's a political agenda, and YouTube is probably going to be the sacrificial goat in this political agenda. What's going to happen is, I think people like me, the internet is going to change, and we're going to have to adapt. And you might have to follow me onto some other sites and things like that. VidMe, of course, I'm on, several others. We'll have to see what happens. But anyway, whatever's going to happen, I and all the rest of us are going to keep going as long as we can. Because I mean, it seems they're more tolerant of conspiracy theorists than they are of, MRA, alt-rights, anti-SJWs. It seems that it's those that they're tackling now, but it doesn't mean they're going to leave the conspiracy theorists alone forever. Of course they're going to come for us. So we're next, but we have to stand up for the SJWs. We have to stand up for the alt-right. We have to stand up, so the anti-SJWs. We have to stand up for the alt-right. We have to stand up for the MRAs. And people like that. And we have to stand up for the leftists as well, like Kevin Logan. We have to stand up for them too. Which is why I hope Kevin Logan gets his channels back. And I hope that people who are false flagging Kevin Logan, let this be a lesson to you. Alright, just do not take advantage of YouTube's crappy policies, alright, just to settle personal scores and silence people you don't like. Because it'll come back to bite you, because you'll be next. That's karma. So thanks for watching Hapanwo TV, which will continue for as long as possible. Hospital Porters, pride and dignity, stop the New World Order.